Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. It is with so much gratitude that I begin our session that I want to focus in on, and that is because of the wonderful support and feedback and donation that I have received here to the channel Peace and Harmony. And I really want to give a quick shout out to those people who have been kind enough to make an effort enough to reach out, to make a donation, a PayPal donation, to keep the channel going, to contribute, to be supporters, to become part of this YouTube village, this community that we support and discuss and have an open forum that we are so grateful for to have and provide a collective source of information, experience, feedback, insights, verbiage, terminology to kind of be able to compare notes and get on a track moving forward. And it's with so much gratitude for the people, for my viewers who have reached out to me, who have made a contribution, particularly those in the Texas area. I believe it's the Frisco area, down in the southwestern part of the United States. A viewer there, very generous viewer who's made a very kind donation to the channel. Those others of you who have contributed, who did not have your address based in the United States. We also have a shout out from those viewers in Brazil and Turkey, Thailand. So I want you to know that we have so much energy and positive energy here at the channel that is very supportive and very clear, very crystal clear, and very truth-based and very love-based. And when I say that, I mean it's not based on conditions. It's based on truth. It's based on validation. It's based on higher consciousness and awareness. And a lot of people are like, well, why are you throwing this around? This might be new verbiage for you. This might be a new lesson. This might be a whole new course in your life. This might be something that you never learned in kindergarten, you never learned at home, you never learned at your university, or you didn't even learn it at your job. And that's really the understanding of consciousness and how that impacts your health, how that impacts what you manifest or bring about in your life, what sort of experiences you draw to you, what sort of people you draw to you, what kind of profession you follow, what kind of food that you eat, what kind of feelings that you have, and things you are really able to have the courage to open up to. And it's a real interactive experience when we talk about healing from narcissistic abuse. And I really also want to focus in and with tremendous gratitude and as I mentioned, we have a number of different, very creative, very productive viewers here that I have a sensitivity to, and that's just that I have a gut feeling, is that because you have lived in the shadow of an abusive person, that you have been kind of festering a wound for years, maybe even decades, and are really trying to emerge beyond and really come to the true acknowledgement of your own consciousness, your own personal power, your own validation, really kind of your own identity outside of the reach of this narcissist. And I want to also give so much gratitude and appreciation for an artist. His name is Nicholas, I believe you pronounce the last name No, N-G-O, who is a gifted and talented artist. And I would encourage all of you to reach out to him for a healing portrait of yourself. And he did give me permission to give out his contact information, and his email is monkingomagic@gmail.com. That's MONKINGO magic, MAGIC @gmail.com. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. And I think you might have seen the previous videos where he actually, out of gratitude for the work that we have done here, the healing work, he had sent me a portrait, a healing portrait, and I would love if you could reach out to him, and he would be honored to create and put together a healing portrait of you. I believe all he has to do is get a picture of you. And once again, his name is Nicholas No, N-G-O, and his email, his Gmail is monkingomagic@gmail.com. And I'll spell it out once again. It's MONKINGO magic, MAGIC @gmail.com. So reach out to him. Just let him know that you heard about his healing art and work at Peace and Harmony, at the viewership here. He also sent me this picture here I'm going to see if I can zero in for fun. This is a picture, a painting that he did of himself. Let's see if I can take this out. Bear with me one moment. And this is just kind of spontaneous. I'm going to take this out. But this is a portrait, or rather a painting that he did. And I'm going to need to detach this. Bear with me one moment. I apologize for the rough, raw nature of this video. But this is the portrait of a picture and beautiful work of basically of him proposing to a gal. And just beautiful work. And if you notice in the work here, you can see that he does a lot of his work in very golden and beautiful, very painterly style, and beautiful pictures with the flowers. And this door here is quite magnificent. And I'll see if I can get into a little bit closer. Well, also into his signature. I hope this is showing up here, folks. And I'm just going to move this around. But he has a very beautiful work. And I'm just going to move this. Sorry. And I don't know if you can see, but of him proposing to a girl who was very abusive. And bear with me one moment. I'm just going to move something here. And sorry. I'm just going to show you some of the beautiful work that he does. Very Van Gogh in nature. Am I getting this? Okay, let's see. Apologize. I'm just kind of introducing the work here. Really beautiful. And he has a very painterly style. And you can see the lush background and him on his knees there with this woman. And the beautiful floral background, and it's just very vivid. I think it's very difficult to capture those reds. So anyway, that is my rough introduction just to that painting, and with much gratitude that I want to continue to bring our session to light, and that is really the discussion as we put ourselves together a little bit more, and that is really focusing in on the need to have personal validation. Oftentimes, this is a real deficit I find in those people who have been injured, narcissistically wounded, and spiritually wounded, psychologically wounded, physically wounded through narcissist relationships. And the issue is the lack of validation, the lack of acknowledging your opinion, your feelings, your values as relevant or important at all. And that is a true hallmark of narcissistic relationships, is that they cannot validate your opinion. And they will maintain, they have a very intense need to have power and control over others. And this means oftentimes overshadowing you and making you feel as if your opinions are not valid or not worthwhile, your viewpoint is not worthwhile, your voice is not worthwhile, your feelings, your needs are not worthwhile, because they have a true lack of empathy. And really, this causes you to feel more of a support person to them rather than your own person. So if you've experienced this in a family relationship, a sibling relationship, where you rather than feeling like you're on even footing, you have equal worth, your relationship is not based on conditions, that, are you this, are you that, according to their needs, their needs tend to dictate the relationship in negation of yours. This can be a true hallmark of a narcissist, and even more so a psychopath, who will basically really overpower you and do not feel a sense of guilt or remorse if they have hurt you whatsoever. So they're able to really continually hurt and wound and abuse people and really take from them without any feeling of gratitude or respect or regret or remorse if they've hurt you and bullied you, yelled at you, shamed you. They don't have an inner sensitivity to this. So it's very, very much that they don't have a sense of thought or consideration for others' needs. And it's very, very pronounced. And so if you have witnessed this and experienced this, chances are you are in a relationship with a narcissist. And the main key is to disengage. If they are not attentive to your needs, they have given you inappropriate expectations, inappropriate demands that just don't match up with the situation. They're just trying to make age inappropriate demands, relationship inappropriate demands, having you pay for things, having you do dirty work, having you over obligate to them, and it's very inappropriate for the situation, then be willing, be courageous to say no, to really realize that no relationship is worth getting abused in. And if you're in a situation where you're living with them, you really do need to find ways to create an exit strategy. I know we do have a lot of people on the channel who are really in that situation where they're, maybe living with this person and dependent. So really you have to, even if it is counterintuitive to you, you do have to start seeking some resources to make your way out. And if you have, or if you are still in a relationship with these people, find ways to disengage, not talk to them, not feed into the abuse, because anything you do is going to be perceived as a wrong, as an error. It's going to be an over-perception and furthermore, a negation of you. And so really find a way to understand that intellectually, understand it psychologically, understand it in your heart, and begin to really grow in your awareness of people, and furthermore embrace the fact that you have needs, that you have important narcissistic needs, which means to take care of yourself and to be recognized and validated for the true person that you are, and not really live as a projection of another person according to their needs and who they think that you should be. It is peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.